Well, the golf courses out here in Kelowna are certainly spectacular. We've been telling you that throughout our show. Now it's time to show you a couple. Here's a look at two beauties here in Kelowna.
Travel Getaways, looking at Canada's best golf destinations. Brought to you by SCOREGolf Tee Times. Go online, book your tee times with SCOREGolf today.
We start our journey in Kelowna with a stop at the Wayne Carleton design course, Black Mountain Golf Club. It was created to be a fun course built to be played and enjoyed by all levels of golfers. The course appears to have a private club feel, and its surrounding scenery is some of the strongest in the valley. But trust me, Black Mountain has a relaxed atmosphere on and off the course and never takes the game too seriously.
Traditional golf's dead. We consider ourselves non-traditional. We consider ourselves fun, and we take that from loudmouth golf pants to music on the patio, music on the putting greens. We really want to show people how golf can be fun and not just snobbish and kind of elitist.
Part of the fun in golf is hitting great shots like a hole-in-one. At Black Mountain, making an ace is an almost daily occurrence. I saw 5 aces during my afternoon here on the course.
Well, 6 par 3s, you're going to have obviously a better percentage of chance of getting those elusive hole-in-ones, and we celebrate those big time here. And we've had roughly about 20 to 25 a year, and it's kind of one of those things that we want to certainly celebrate, and we do that with a bunch of things in terms of gifting we do when an individual receives that hole-in-one.
Despite having many jaw-dropping holes and an overall gorgeous layout, the 5th hole is a stunner and a reason in itself for golfers to visit Black Mountain. It's an island green that plays 372 yards from the back tees and requires an accurate second shot to avoid the water.
Our island green is the only island green in the Okanagan as a par 4. Generally you see island greens as par 3s, and being an island green, seeing a lot of golf balls in the water, and really your shot selection is crucial on that hole to get the right yardage.
The back 9 is an exciting collection of holes, as Carleton did a great job using the natural character of the land in his design.
Our golf course is one of those fun, challenging golf courses. We're not a golf course that's going to really overwhelm you. We want to really be a golf course that fits 95% of the golfers, and so we think we're a fun, challenging golf course.
Black Mountain is a great example of the new age course design philosophy that allows players to enjoy themselves while still being challenged on every shot. As well, the beautiful scenery and stunning mountainous backdrop will make some of those bogeys that come with the round a lot easier to forget. Crafted by Nicholas Designs, the Bear course can be as ferocious as a grizzly or as gentle as a teddy, depending on which tees you choose. The routing climbs through the rolling tree-lined hills overlooking the Okanagan Valley.
The Bear Golf Course is a classic Nicholas design. It's wonderfully forgiving off the tee. It gets a little more narrow as you approach the greens. The greens are large, expansive, beautiful, sometimes very, very fast, but a great facility to come out and play a resort-style golf course. And if you want to tip it up, head to the back of the golf course, the back of the tees, and you've got a very, very challenging golf course. I know when Nicholas played here himself, he found it very challenging from the back tees.
The course is certainly challenging as its well-placed bunkers and tiered greens lend some bite to a layout that could play as long as 6,900 yards. But that shouldn't scare off golfers as it's playable for everyone, pro or beginner.
All things considered, I think a player that plays well on the Bear course is someone that hits it relatively straight. Doesn't necessarily need to be a person that hits it above average length. Keeping the ball in play is critical. Managing your game around the golf course is really, really important. And as in most cases, short game, chipping and putting is where you make your scores.
Its signature holes are visually stunning and are what make the Bear one of British Columbia's finest golf courses.
Number 3 is a beautiful and challenging par 4. It starts with that elevated tee shot. That second shot, you're hitting to a well-protected green, and if you get to the green, then you're probably, hopefully, going to have a makeable birdie, and if not, a good chance for a 2-putt par. Number 13, it's a great par 5. There's water, there are bunkers, there's lots of challenges in between you and the golf green, and once at the green, a 2-tiered green that can be very, very quick and fast, so you have to be very careful with the undulations.
The Bear is just another reason for golfers to visit Kelowna, but if you need more incentives to head to the Okanagan Valley, here are a few.
One of the most beautiful things about Kelowna, and our 2 golf courses here included, and the Bear in particular, is it's a place to play golf, to take in so much more. Wineries, the lake, the hotels, the nightlife, all combined, it makes for a great location for golf. And when you come out here and play the Bear course, you're playing a Nicholas design golf course that will truly inspire you to play better and play well.
A couple of weeks ago, I was out practicing, and noted Ontario golf professional Bobby Breen, who's been around for a long time, noticed one little thing I was doing wrong with my grip. He actually involved the pressure, grip pressure, with these two little fingers. Imagine that, something that small. Well, I tried it, and it really helped my game. So that's why we have tips like this next one you're going to see every week on SCOREGolf TV, because you never know when some little nugget is going to change your game.
Swing School, lessons to help you play better golf.
Hi, my name's Eric Thorsteinson. I'm the general manager here at Black Mountain Golf Club, and today we're going to talk about ball position and getting that correct ball position when you're practicing. So it's something that everyone has in their golf bag is golf clubs. We don't always have teaching aids with us, but everyone can build their own tee line. Tee line allows you to set up exactly where you should be in that setup position. So we've got one that parallels your target line and one that works in between your legs to allow you to know exactly where that ball is. So I've got 3 clubs here. We've got our pitching wedge or sand wedge, and 6 iron or 7 iron or 8 iron, and our hybrid, or you can look at using it as driver. But we're going to talk about those 3 different positions, and the key is we want to have one swing for 14 clubs. We don't want to have 14 swings for 14 clubs and have 14 different ball positions. We want to have one ball position for this shot. So when we're looking at our ball position and we're looking at these 3 clubs, for our sand wedge or pitching wedge or shorter iron, we're going to have a narrower stance. Allows us to be more on top of the ball and the ball actually looking like it's more in the middle of our stance. When we move up to that 6 iron, all we're going to do is move that back leg back a little to widen our stance, and it looks like the ball's moved up in our stance. But again, the ball hasn't changed. The ball's gotten further away from our body, but actually hasn't changed at all. When we get into that hybrid or driver or longer club and less loft, we're going to move that right foot or your back foot even back further to have a wider stance. So those are really the difference between when you're looking at placing your ball position. Again, one swing for 14 different clubs, not 14 swings or 14 ball positions for 14 clubs. For more assistance with your game, contact your local PGA of Canada golf professional.
A few years ago, SCOREGolf voted Kelowna as Canada's #1 golf city. Let's show you why as we take a look at a couple of the courses. Framed by forested mountains and rocky bluffs beneath clear blue northern skies, Gallagher Canyon offers the quintessential Okanagan golf experience. Rugged yet refined.
Well, Gallagher Canyon was built in the early 1980s. Dick Munn and Angus McKenzie had a vision of this property. It's come a long way in the 30 plus years that it's been here. I think what makes it special is its playability. So whether you're a touring professional or a new golfer, the golf course is fair. There's no tricky shots, and people just enjoy their time spent on this golf course.
The course can play long or short depending on the tees you elect to play, but the key to success out here is to play smart. Some holes may appear unassuming, but that certainly is not the case for Gallagher's signature hole, number 6.
Number 6, being our signature hole, you get just a great panoramic vista of the valley itself. So from a visual standpoint, it's a great hole. Playability-wise, again, just play it smart. There's a hazard in the middle of the fairway, what we call the eyebrow, so a little ledge out there. Smart layup. It's a good risk-reward hole. You can go for that green in 2, but to play Gallagher's Canyon, if you play smart, you're going to score well. Well, Gallagher's Canyon tests all of your shots. You know, there's dog legs right, there's dog legs to the left. A lot of trees. We don't have a lot of hazards, but with the surrounding community, you've got to be accurate. A lot of uneven lies. So, you know, one specific player won't, you know, dominate this golf course. It takes a little bit of all of your game to succeed out here.
Meanwhile, the 14th is an unusual one as it features a single pine tree that can create havoc for golfers hitting to the right side of the fairway.
Number 14 is my personal favorite hole. It's a great hole where you need to driving is a premium. You've got a lone pine tree right in the middle of the fairway, so accuracy once again to maneuver around that tree is important.
The scenery at Gallagher's Canyon is marvelous as miles of orchards and vineyards accentuate the backdrop of brilliant fairways and dreamy vistas.
A lot of people that do visit Kelowna, this is on their list of must play. We are guest friendly, and it's just an enjoyable, fun atmosphere to be at.
Meanwhile, just north of Gallagher's Canyon is Kelowna Springs Golf Club. This pretty Les Ferber design is not known for its rolling hills or mountainous terrain. Instead, it's known for the many traps and hazards scattered throughout the course.
It's not going to intimidate you with length, it's going to intimidate you with a lot of water and tricky green sites. Basically a lot of sand, very well crafted angles in the green sites. Ferber's line was always to me that the golf course has a right to defend par, and here it does it not so much with elevation change or with great length, but just lots of well-placed hazards, water, 11 holes with water, and about 100 bunkers on the course.
Kelowna Springs is the kind of course that forces golfers into making good shots. Forget about pulling out your driver to hit bombs down every fairway, because this is a shot maker's course. You'll need to keep your ball in the fairway and play with a steady putter if you want to break par out here. There is probably no better example of this than the 14th.
It's not a super long hole. I'm personally not a long hitter, so if I avoid the pond on the left, I won't get to the one on the right. It's all about the second shot on that hole. If it's a blue pin tucked back, the one body of water has a large, encroachment on your angle coming in, and it's all about that shot. If I'm not 160 or in, to be honest, I'm laying up 30 yards short right and going for par the hard way.
Meanwhile, the 17th plays 400 yards from the back tees and is a great hole with a handful of hazards that create havoc if your drive goes awry.
17 is just a monster of a golf hole. It's fairly forgiving off the tee, more so than 14. You've just got to contend with really one pond on your right. Again, all about the second shot. It, ironically for me as a left-handing golfer drawing the ball, it sets up better because I can tend to come in left to right and avoid the pond. For most golfers, if you're not, again, 160, 165 in, you're going to lay up. You'll see probably 70% of golfers here lay up on their second shot on that. But if you can make it onto the green and sink your putt, that is one birdie you're going to remember at Kelowna Springs.
4 great golf courses and 4 great reasons to spend some time here on a golf vacation. Golf in this region really proves that Kelowna is one of Canada's best golf destinations.